Welcome to Everyday Reviews. Today we have the privilege of having the lovely Miss Cynthia join us on this review because she's actually driven this vehicle more than I have, and she's been busy, so it's good to have you back, Cynthia.
Yeah, always good to be back to help.
Well, today we have something that's kind of familiar in our driveway, and why I say familiar, because we've been driving the new Mitsubishi Outlander for over a year, and this vehicle here is based on the same vehicle, yet it is different. So we're gonna compare what they're kind of really like.
Yes, hot summer, hot color, hot new Nissan Rogue. Come right up.
So the Nissan Rogue and the Outlander are very, very close cousins, or I would say even they're siblings. They are very similar. They share the same platform. However, the size of this is a little bit different. We have the same size wheelbase. However, the Rogue is a little bit shorter than the Outlander. But style-wise, what do you think?
I like the simpler, more conventional look of this front.
Yeah, you have the common, unique V-motion grille. It's not too big, which is nice. And yeah, it looks a lot more conservative than the Outlander. The Outlander was a little bit polarizing. Some people think it's a little bit too much. I like the Outlander, the look of it, but I can see how some people want something just a little bit more conventional on here. Yeah, very cohesive design. You have the daytime running light system. You have the LED headlamps. This is the platinum trim, by the way, in this hot red.
Beautiful.
I like the color. On the sides, we get 19-inch wheels on here, and the side has this pinched-in look. It has this chrome piece. Is similar to what they've done with the new Pathfinder, and I'm a fan of that. Basically, it looks like you're pinching in the waist. You know fashion. You know fashion, right? You know, you pinch in that waist, and you get that hourglass figure, and it accentuates the vehicle's lines. And yeah, I like that. But there's one thing that you really like on here.
Yeah, and for this class, I love that keyless access, which extended to the rear doors. That's big bonus.
That's a huge bonus, because one thing the Outlander did not have, it did have the keyless entry and the access, except it was only on the front doors, and we really wished that it was onto the rear doors. But yeah, so this one does have that.
Okay, now let's take a look at the back. I really like the wraparound tail light and also the letters.
Yeah, that's becoming more of a common thing, you know, just having the letters instead of an emblem. Well, Nissan's actually doubled up. You got the letters and you got the logo as well. Looks pretty good, especially in this red. As I mentioned, this is a platinum all-wheel drive, and you do have the LED tail lamps. Rear wiper, always good, and the roof spoiler. Now, one thing that's great for a utility vehicle is a power liftgate, which this has, but this also has the bonus of being a hands-free power liftgate.
Yeah.
Demonstration, please.
Whoa, almost fall.
Up it comes. Now, the bonus of the Rogue is that since this is only a 2-row SUV, the Outlander is a 3-row, you get extra room and depth, since on the Outlander, those seats fold in. And so this has the Nissan divide and hide system. This is only available on the Platinum trim, but it's really nice because you have these panels here, and there you go. So there you can lift up, and you can raise it up, you can lower it down, and you can even divide your system up. And it's summertime. You're carrying propane bottles and watermelons. You don't want them sliding around too much.
Super handy.
You can divide and hide the system. Plus you have a tonneau cover. You have a 12-volt outlet as well. You have remote handles for the second row. You put them both down, you get lots of cargo room for sure.
I like this divider system.
I know. It's a big plus. It's small, but it's like the rear doors having the capacitive touch for unlocking. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference. Divide and hide, thumbs up for sure.
Now let's go for a drive.
And you do have a lock button as well. But we're going inside. Don't need the lock button. So we're on the road in the Rogue. Cynthia is in the driver's seat, and because she's been driving it most of the week, I've been away all week. So Cynthia, in a week of driving, what do you think of the inside of the new Rogue?
It looks really premium, and I really like the color and the feel of the seats.
Yeah, so this is the Platinum. So it has a semi-aniline leather, and they are really, really nice. They're quilted and very, very similar. You know, we mentioned this is, a lot of this is shared with the Outlander, and we know the Outlander. We had that vehicle, drove it for over a year for the 2022 Outlander, and yeah, so you do have some similar components like the gear shifter. Everything feels very familiar to us. This Platinum also gets the larger 12.3-inch digital cockpit, as well as the upgraded 9-inch touchscreen instead of the 8-inch. And yeah, everything is exactly the same as what we're used to in the Outlander. I like how you can change the instrument cluster area, and on the 9-inch screen, you get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. 8-inch is not wireless, but it does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And you got that beautiful camera button, which is one of our favorite features on the Outlander as well. Hit that. This is equipped with the round view monitor, and you can just really easily select what cameras you want, especially that curved camera. A few other similar things. This top trim has the large panel roof as well. It does not have home links, so there is no way to program your garage door into the mirror, and that's, you know, unfortunate, because that was not available on the Outlander as well. And we have heated front seats, heated steering wheel, heated rear seats, but no ventilated option either on the Rogue.
Yeah, but this one does not have the third row, which
yeah, so
Outlander offers.
Yeah, you like the room, and yeah, this is a little bit shorter than the Outlander, same wheelbase as we mentioned. However, this one, you get a little less rear leg room, but you get more front leg room. So it kind of makes sense. You know, you may not even have any kids or carry a lot of people a lot of times. If you're just a couple, you want to be a little bit more comfortable, have a little bit more room in the front seat. Or if you're a larger driver, hey, perfect. Another thing, and I checked, is the rear windows. They do have the manual sunshades, just like the Outlander did, and they don't roll all the way down either.
Oh, the girls pointed that out the other day.
They don't like that little half bit or the little quarter of windows still sticking up. But overall, as you mentioned, very, very premium look, feel. I like the switch gear. It is a little bit different than the Outlander. The placement's the same, but the knobs and the wheels feel, I think, a little bit better than the Outlander. All right, let's get to what's underneath the hood. Same as the Outlander for the base trim, which is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, 181 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque. However, on this new Rogue, you go up one from the base trim. By the way, the base trim you can get in the front-wheel drive. Outlander is all-wheel drive only. But as soon as you get out of the base, you can get, it basically comes with all-wheel drive, and you get the new 3-cylinder Variable Compression Turbo engine, and that puts out 201 horsepower, which is 30 horsepower more, and 225 pound-feet of torque, which is 45 pound-feet more. And what do you think of the engine?
Like it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't have that painful start to trying to pass somebody on the traffic.
That's one of the things, you know, our wants and needs almost of when we did our review of the new Outlander. It was off the start, it was quite sluggish. We really wish, I even said, it'd be nice to have an extra 20-25 horsepower. Guess what? This has 20-25 more horsepower and a lot more torque. It is still matched to a CVT. However, with that extra horsepower, torque, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, this is calibrated different than the Outlander's CVT, it really does feel, you know, definitely closer to a traditional automatic transmission than we experienced with the Outlander, for sure.
Yeah, noticeably. Definitely.
Yeah. And you know, and I was driving it, you know, you drove it more, but when I was driving it, you know, I felt like the suspension was a little bit tighter, you know, and it felt a little bit more nimble, probably because it is a little bit shorter. But I do appreciate the drive of this new 3-cylinder Rogue for sure. and you get your cake and you get to eat it as well. Better horsepower, better torque, better acceleration, and better fuel economy. Numbers?
9 for the city and 7.1 for the highway.
And of course, though, like any turbocharged engine, you get into that turbo a lot. It does. Even with the variable compression turbo, you do use up quite a bit of fuel. But hey, that's the price you pay for getting that extra boost in power. So we're doing 97 kilometers an hour right now. Cynthia, put that right foot down a little bit. Let's feel what it's got going on the highway.
Very responsive.
Yes.
Woo!
It sounds good.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, on their drive modes here, you have Eco, of course. You have your normal. There is no sport mode though. On our Outlander, they called it tarmac, but on this one there is none. But you really don't need it. It just has much more performance, anyways. Okay, that's been a good comparison. Question is, which one do you choose? Do you choose this new Rogue or do you choose the Outlander?
Well, I'm a mom. The one thing I love for my car is space. So I do prefer Mitsubishi, although I love the power this Rogue delivers. But the space and the warranty, 10-year warranty on the Mitsubishi, really makes up for it.
Okay, I agree with you on all the fronts, really do. And I just have to reemphasize how much difference this 1.5 turbo engine makes compared to the 2.5 four-cylinder naturally aspirated. And you know, the suspension, it seems like it's stiffer on the Rogue than it is for the Outlander, so it definitely feels a little bit more sporty and nimble. But yeah, the extra torque and even the transmission seems like it's calibrated. It feels more like a conventional automatic. For drivers-wise, I would choose the Rogue for sure. If you don't need 3 rows, or if you don't care about extra space, I would choose the Rogue as well. However, they are part of the Nissan Renault Mitsubishi Alliance, so they share some things. So is it possible maybe this 1.5 turbo finds its way into the Outlander? Or hey, that new PHEV is coming, and I had said before, you know, when we did our wrap up of the Outlander, is hey, if they could just, when that PHEV comes out, that's gonna be a game changer, because it's gonna give you definitely more torque and better off-the-line performance, and bring it to that performance that you really kind of want. Plus, it's gonna save a lot of fuel. But maybe that PHEV is going to come to the Rogue. So, you know, it's going to really come down to preference, mainly style and space, because
right.
pricing-wise, they're very similar. However, you do get an extra 5 years and 60,000 kilometers on that Mitsubishi. But I don't think you can go wrong with either one, just your choice. That's it for our review on the new Nissan Rogue and our comparison with our long-term tester, the Mitsubishi Outlander. And really glad you joined us. What can they do, Cynthia?
Make sure you do subscribe and then hit the like button. We'll see you next time.
See ya.